Okay, recording started. All right, can you see the screen clearly?
Yes, Doctor.
All right, good. All right, you guys. So yesterday we talked about the verb tenses. We talked about the auxiliary or helping verbs, auxiliary verbs or helping verbs. How do we use them? And if we use them in a proper way, it will be easier for us to edit our work or to limit the time we spend editing all of these mistakes. And it will be easier when we come to translate at the end, مثلا, any text to make it a good translation without mistakes or errors. Okay? So today we will talk about the second part of the editing, the structure of a sentence, and these are what we call agreements. Okay, توافق ما بين الكلمات في الجملة. All right? So the first thing we will talk about is subject-verb agreement. يعني subject-verb agreement? It means that the subject needs to be in harmony. شو يعني harmony? توافق. Okay? In harmony with the verb. So the subject of a sentence is the person or the thing doing the action. صح؟ هذا اللي بنعرفه للسبجكت. السبجكت اللي هو الفاعل اللي هو من يقوم بالفعل. Okay? The verb is the action itself. الفعل هو الاكشن هو الاشي يلي بدنا نسويه. Okay? الحل. Exactly. So the subject and the verb should match in form. شو يعني match in form? يتوافقوا بالشكل. What does it mean? It means that if the subject is singular, the verb should be singular. If the subject is plural, the verb should be plural. Okay? So هذا هو التوافق. ما بينفع أحط singular subject مع plural verb. Okay? So I need to be careful in this particular point. For the present tense وهو الوحيد يلي بيختلف عن التنس الثاني لأنه الوحيد يلي third personal pronoun he, she وit يختلفوا عن بقية الأفعال وكمان مرات I, the first person pronoun. Okay, so for the present tense, use an S with he, she, it only. Okay? كلنا بنعرف. يلا يا مدينة. Exactly. He plays, she plays, it plays, or eats, or he eats, she eats, he swims, she swims, it swims. It swims. ومع I you we they. I play, you play, you play, they play, I eat. We eat. Yes, they swim, we swim. So you see, the verb in the present simple is the root verb اللي هو الفعل المجرد. Okay? فقط مع he, she, it we use the S. For the past tense, all verbs have the same form بغض النظر عن the pronoun that is used, okay? Whether it's a regular or irregular verb. For example, يا ملاك. Can you read the second example?
Okay. I or you or we, they played, ate, and swam.
Wow, yes, and this is in the past. بغض النظر عن الضمير واللي وراه كملي ملاك.
أكمل.
Yes.
He, she, it, played, ate, and swam.
Swam. Same verb in the past. Okay, ما بيتغير بغض النظر عن استخدام أي من الضمائر، سواء كانت ضمائر مفردة أو ضمائر الجمع. Okay. في عندنا exception اللي هو the verb to be. Alright. So it's I am. It's not I were or I was. Or I, sorry, is or I are. Okay, it's I am. He, she, it is. ويو, we, they are. Okay. وفي الماضي I, he, she, it ياخدوا was ويو, we, they were. هاي الاكسبشن في اللغة الإنجليزية للأفعال المتوافقة. Okay. We have some common errors in the subject-verb agreement. في كثير من المرات الناس بيوقعوا في هاي الأخطاء. من ضمنها شو هي هاي الأخطاء؟ The first mistake that people make when writing or when trying to do the subject-verb agreement are contractions. شو هي الcontractions؟ الاختصارات. Okay. اختصارات الأفعال. So let's see. For example, commonly, these contractions are commonly used in everyday conversation and casually written communication. يعني when I say I'll go, مش I will go, I'll go, I'll eat. Okay? I won't, مش I will not. So you say it using contractions. Sometimes you write the contraction. However, if you are writing an academic paper, you never use contractions. Okay? It's not a formal way of writing. زي ما مكتوب, formal writing contractions are typically not appropriate. Okay? So عادة حتلاقوا انتم بتعملوا editing لإلكم أو لحدا تاني إنه these people are using contraction in academic writing. So you will need to correct these contractions. Okay? Example يا ولا.
Okay. I'm, your, where, there, his, she's, it's, have, you have, we have, they have.
With, مش we have, with, you've.
Okay. They've, I'll, you'll, he'll, she'll, it's, it'll, will, they'll, I'd,
And
he'd, she'd, it, we'd, they'd.
صعب نحكيها بدون ما يكون في جملة صح؟
صعب.
He'd go to the school tomorrow. He would go to the school tomorrow. Or he'll go to the school tomorrow. He will go to the school tomorrow. So in any writing that you find a contraction, and I'm talking about an academic writing, that you find this type of contraction, you will have to correct it. Okay? Write the full verb. The second example, يلا يا ملفونا. Mustn't, shan't, wouldn't, and these are contractions for the auxiliaries, okay, whether they are helping verbs or modal verbs, okay. So I think لحظة بس لازم أشحن. Okay. Then, contractions can also occur after nouns, names, the word here, there, now, and question words. Example يا ملاك. يا بيان. Okay. خلي يا بيان معنا. Give us an example, the last example. طيب ملا اوكي بيان فتحة المايك يلا
أقرأ آخر exam.
آخر example.
John will be very happy. Here
This
is the
is
coffee.
لحظة. This is the contraction after the noun. John will be happy. John will be happy. اللي بعدها.
Here's the coffee.
Here's the coffee.
There's your watch.
Here's your watch.
Now's your chance.
Now is your chance.
Where's the milk?
Where's the milk? Exactly. This is a question. Okay, where is the milk? So these are the ways that you see the contraction, and these are the errors that people do when they write academic writing. Okay, so as an editor, you will need to amend them, correct them accordingly. Okay. The second type of errors in the subject-verb agreement are within the phrases following the subject. أشباه الجمل يلي بتيجي ما بعد الفاعل. Okay? شبه الجملة اللي بتيجي بعد الفاعل. So we have the subject and verb may be split up by a phrase. يعني مش ضروري الفعل يكون ورا الفاعل مباشرة. We can split them up and put a phrase شبه جملة في النص بيناتها. Beware of phrases when they have plurals. شو بقول لكم انتبهوا للجمل لما يكون فيها جمع. It should not affect the verb. ليش؟ Because the verb agrees with the subject. It doesn't agree with the phrase. Okay? المهم اللي هو subject. فشو ما كانت الفريز plural, singular, dual, whatever ما بيأثر على الفعل الأساس. Okay? لأن الفعل الأساس يتبع الفاعل. Example يا مدينة يلا. Example, the first one. Dennis شو الجملة الأصلية؟ What's the original sentence? Original sentence. Dennis looks like a farmer. Okay, this is the original sentence. What's the phrase? What's the phrase? In his overall. Okay, هاي شبه الجملة اللي أجت دخيلة على الجملة الرئيسية. Okay, so Dennis looks. ليش looks? Why did we use looks? Because never say مفرد. Because look refers back to Dennis. And Dennis refers back to he, the third person pronoun. I, ويو is مفرد. Do they take look? S, the verb? No. So never, ever say مفرد. You say either first person pronoun, second person pronoun, third person pronoun, بعدين plural. Okay? All right. The verb always agrees with its subject, not with the modifier. شو قلنا كلمة modifier is? Do you know what a modifier is? A modifier is any word, phrase, or sentence that adds information either to the subject or to the verb. شو يعني adds information؟ بتزيد الجملة، بتزيد معلومات، تعطينا إضافات يا إما على الفاعل يا إما على الفعل. وين الإضافة أجت هون؟ إيه اللي is overall؟ لمين الإضافة أجت؟ لدنس، للسبجكت، للفاعل. أعطتنا معلومات زيادة عن دنس. Okay? So this is what we call a modifier. Modifier ما بتعني إنه بيعدل. كلمة modify مش تعديل ولكن إضافة معلومات زيادة. مثلا I say the girl is beautiful. Okay. The little girl is beautiful. Little is a modifier. It's an adjective. Okay. The little girl that lives across the street is beautiful. The little girl or little lives across the streets, those are modifiers for the little girl, for the girl. Okay. So any additional information that is beyond the subject and the verb, they give information. These are called modifiers. Okay. Phrases separating the subject and the verb may not always be set up by commas. شوفوا هون لما حطينا شبه الجملة الاعتراضية حكينا إنه وين حطيناها ما بين السبجكت والverb. That's why we put commas in it. And it's clear that it is something additional. Okay? تفضل. لا. alright so وشو بقول لكم بعدين؟ حتى هون مبين انه في جمله اعتراضيه صح؟ لانها بين two commas. مرات we don't use two commas to show that there is a phrase that comes between the sentence and the verb. Okay? Like this one. Sorry, remind me of your name? Maymuna. Read the example.
Which one is the phrase?
No, the example.
We know that one of the police officers at the scene was injured.
Okay. The phrase اللي هي الجملة الاعتراضية. Where is it? It's we know that. Okay? So وين الجملة الأساس؟
إنه البوليس
أعطيني اقرأي لي الجملة الأصلية.
One of the police officers at the scene was injured.
One of the police officers. Okay? One بتبلش الجملة الأساسية. Alright? So we know that شو مالها؟ جملة اعتراضية. It's a phrase. Okay? ليش ما حطينا كوما؟ لأنه أجت في أول الجملة. عادة لما تيجي الجملة الاعتراضية الفريز في أول الجملة أو تيجي في آخر الجملة we don't use a comma. ولكن if it comes in the middle between the subject and the verb, it always uses a comma. Okay? So this is very important when you edit something. Okay? When you edit a sentence, you need to know which is the original sentence, the main sentence, and which are the addition to this original sentence. Okay? Then you will know where to put the exact punctuation if needed. Okay? All right. The third type of errors that anyone writing falls in is within the special singular subjects. Okay? Some nouns are singular, ولكن what do they have? They end in S. Although they are singular. Okay? Example, يا ملاك.
News, sports, politics.
Exactly. So these words are singular ولكن they end in S. وهون بيوقعوا في مشاكل الناس فيهم لأنه بيقولوا news are. The news is. Okay? Some words ending in S can be either singular or plural depending on their use in the sentence. Go ahead, Nirsian. Read the example.
Gymnastics is an excellent way to stay limber.
Limber, gymnastics. Gymnastics is singular. Even though it ends, even if it ends with an S, it is singular. That's why we use is. اللي بعدها نرسيان.
Rhythmic and toddler Gymnastics are the most popular programs at the gym.
Okay. ليش are? Why did we use are? There are two things here. Rhythmic and gymnastics. لو حكينا rhythmic or gymnastics is ولكن جمعنا هون صح؟ So it's rhythmic and gymnastics are. So these are little things, okay? ولكن they divide a good editor from a newbie editor. What is a newbie editor?
Beginner.
A beginner editor, okay? So this is the difference between a good eye that can catch error and a beginner's eye that reads and skips these errors, okay? طيب. Oh, this is a continuation.
Is this unit two?
Is this what?
Unit two?
This is unit 2, the last unit, the last part. Yesterday we had the first part. Okay. Some nouns that do not end in S, some nouns, sorry, do not end in S but name a group of people. Okay? بعض الكلمات ما بتنتهي بأس الجمع ولكن هي عبارة عن جمع. They are plurals. Okay? Or things also can take singular verbs like jury, band, family. They can be either singular or plural, depending on where you put it in the sentence and what comes after or before it. Okay? So, Wala, can you read them, please? The examples.
The family is ready to go home. The family members are ready to go home.
So you see, if we're talking about a family as a block, كوحدة واحدة, it's singular. If we're talking about each person in the family, they are plural. So we use are. An amount of time or money also takes a singular verb. Like يا ولاء اللي عندي مش online. 3 hours was the time of the race. $7 is the cost of admission. ليش أخذناها كبلوك واحد؟ كوحدة واحدة. Although we put an S to 3 hours, ولكن we use it as a singular item. Okay? The fourth and last, I think, point where people do mistakes in it are singular and plural pronouns, ضمائر, okay? Pronouns can be singular or plural and must agree with the verb. Indefinite pronouns do not refer to specific people or things. They are the most difficult to correct. Okay. So what are the indirect, indefinite pronouns? Each, one, no one, nobody, anyone, anybody, someone, somebody, either, neither, everyone, and everybody. وهول مالهم they are singulars. Okay? Like Malvina,
No one in the movie likes
popcorn.
more than me.
Okay, no one likes. Okay? Pronouns and their verbs can also be separated by phrases. كيف الاسم والفعل بنقدر نحط شبه جملة أو جملة دخيلة بينهم؟ نفس الشيء. Pronouns and verbs can also have these types of phrases that separates them. Like in the case of both, few, many, and several. Okay? Example يا ملاك يعقوب.
First example, right? Both of my parents want me to go to university.
Which one is the phrase يا ملاك?
Both of
My parents.
Both of.
Yeah, both of my parents. Okay? Of my parents هي شبه الجملة. Both want me to go to the university. We can use it as in. Okay, this is the original sentence. Of my parents, this is the phrase. هاي الجملة الدخيلة. Okay, اللي أعطتنا هي الموديفاير اللي أعطتنا معلومات. مين هن both? Of my parents. Okay? So that's why we can separate them. هلا في بعض الناس they separate them in a wrong way. So here comes the job of an editor to make it right. Okay? Some pronouns can take either the singular or the plural form, like all, any, most, none, and some. Example يا ملاك ناجي.
For quantity, they are singular. All of the cake was eaten.
Okay, so a quantity العدد أخذناها كبلوك واحد فبالتالي it's singular. Okay, اللي بعدها
For a number of individual idioms, they are items, they are plural. Most of the magazines were scattered on the floor.
Okay, so if we take it one magazine, two magazines, three magazines, so these are numbered. Okay, they are plural. Oh, this is the last one. The last one where people tend to make mistakes are compound subjects. يعني compound subjects. يعني compound two words together. Okay? It is when more than one noun or pronoun is doing the action. Okay? And is represented by one verb in a sentence. Yani two subjects that are doing the same verb, the same action. Okay? If the two nouns or pronouns are joined by and شو بيصيروا جمع صح؟ So they are plural. They agree with the plural verb. Example يا ولاء online.
Okay, John and Susan eat makluba.
John and Susan eat, not eats. Okay? And جمعنا both. If two singular nouns are joined by or nor, they require a singular verb. يلا يا مين محبوب بيان. Go on.
أقرأ الإكزامبل صح؟
الإكزامبلز الثلاثة.
Neither he nor she spent Saturdays with friends.
إذا باستخدام nor we use a singular verb. Spend مثلا.
Either the girl or the boys play football.
Okay, so either the girl or the boys. ليش حطينا play مش plays؟ لأنه قبلها is the boys. It's a plural. Okay? اللي بعدها يا ولا go on.
Either the boys or the girl plays football.
Okay, so why do we place here? Because the first one was singular, girl. Okay, wonder, even if the first one is plural, بس هذا نور أو نور الفعل بياخذ ما قبله يتطابق مع الذي قبله. Okay? So this is important to remember, because if you're doing editing and you come across such a mistake, مثلا, either the boys or the girl play football, you have to correct it to plays. Okay? Go on. Okay. The last one is questions. There are mistakes when writing that people do when writing a question. Okay? So usually in a sentence, the subject comes first, صح؟ عادة تيجي الفعل بعدين الفاعل بعدين الفعل. Like John likes to play football. Okay? Or they work hard every week. John or they is the subject that starts a sentence. هلا with questions شو بنعمل؟ We change the order of the sentence. Okay? So the verb comes first after the word of the question. All right? So for example, Maymuna.
John likes playing. Okay. What are the difference between and Italian food?
What? هذه السؤال. Okay, it's the question tool. What are the differences? When is subject, when the verb? Are is the verb. Are is the verb. When's our subject? Are, the verb to be. فعل. السبجكت the differences. كيف بدك تعرفي وين السبجكت وين الفيرب؟ رجعيها للنورمال sentence. كيف the differences are between Greek and Italian food. اوكي؟ هيك بتعرفي مين السبجكت ومين الفيرب. مش قلنا في السؤال بنعكس بنحط الفيرب قبل السبجكت. So are is the verb while differences is the subject. Okay? اللي بعدها ميمونة.
What is the answer to the following problem?
Where is the subject?
Subject in the answer.
The answer. Exactly. Where is the verb?
Yes.
رجعيها للجملة لأصلها بدون سؤال. لأصلها بدون سؤال.
The answer is
Exactly. The answer is the following problem. Is for the following problem. بدك تغير شوي بتركيب الجملة. Okay? So, is the verb, answer is the subject. هلا الجملة الأولى كان subject plural. فالverb should be plural. Differences are. Okay? السنتنس الثانية the subject is singular. فالverb should be singular. Answer it. Okay? تعود على الضمير it. So it takes is. All right? If you find it difficult to make a subject-verb agreement in a question, turn the question into a statement. All right? إذا مش عارفين تلاقوا السبجكت، مش عارفين أي واحد الفعل الأصلي للأساس، turn it back into its original form without a question. Okay? So when does Henry get back from his trip? كيف بدنا نعرف إذا singular أو plural؟ مين السبجكت؟ وين الverb؟ We take it back to its original form. Henry، مين هو هنري؟ عائد على مين؟ على he، على الضمير he. Is he singular or plural? It's singular. It's the third person pronoun. What does this third person pronoun takes? An S in the present. Okay? So Henry عائد على he gets back from his trip on Monday. Okay? So the answer is does, not do. Okay? So this is how you process the information, how you work your mind as an editor. Okay? هذا الصح؟ Inverted sentence. I hope it's the final one. Okay, so inverted sentences اللي هي جمل المعكوسة. Okay, so they contain subjects that follow the verb just like a question. Okay, for example, ملاك ناجي.
Here are the keys to the car.
وين السبجكت يا ملاك؟
The keys.
The keys مش here. اوكي here are الواحد لما يسمعها يفكر انه here هي subject لانها في بدايه الجمله ولكن هاي تعمل عمل السؤال. اوكي السبجكت بيجي بعد الفعل. So where is the verb? Are. Where is the subject? The keys. Okay. So it's like we are saying the keys are for the car. Okay, for the car. طيب اللي بعدها يا مين كان عم ملاك
أنا دكتورة.
Go on.
Okay. There was the train.
Mean the subject.
The train.
The train was there. Okay. يلا يا بيان.
Suddenly, out of the woods comes the grizzly bear.
When is subject?
The grizzly bear.
Okay. So out of the woods is a phrase that جملة اعتراضية. We can take it out. Okay. So the grizzly bear came suddenly. So the grizzly bear is the subject. Okay. وفينا نقول the grizzly bear came suddenly out of the woods. Okay. All right. اللي بعدها يا بيان الأخيرة.
Along with the questionnaire are two brochures.
Brochures. When is subject? Two brochures. Okay. So two brochures are with the questionnaires. I'll come along with the questionnaires. Okay. So this is هدول شوي are confusing because they are not questions and they are not sentences. Okay, that are normal sentences where the verb is the first word. Okay, so they work as a question, but they're in order to understand them, you have to take it back to the original form of the sentence in order to find the subject. Okay? طيب خلصنا من الجزء الأول اللي هو noun verb agreement. اوكي كل هذاك اللي حكيناه كان على noun والverb اللي هو توافق الاسم او الفاعل مع الفعل. اوكي Now we will talk about another point which is noun pronoun agreement. توافق الاسم مع ضميره. Okay? So the pronoun is the word that replaces one or more noun. At the book. The book is a little bit confusing. Okay. Unit 2, you can either read it as the books give you, or you can go through my presentation and check the titles in your book to read it more and get more examples. Okay. So focus on the presentation now, and then you can go and read more about it. Okay. So the pronoun is something that replaces one or more nouns. Okay? So pronouns must agree. كيف الفعل لازم يتوافق؟ Pronouns must agree with the noun. Okay? In a sentence. Example يا أنهار. كونوا سريعين يا صبايا. أنهار. ملاك يعقوب.
Which example, the first or the second?
ايش ملاك؟
أي example?
The first one ملاك. The first.
Okay.
مالكم مش متبعين يعني.
لا متابعة.
هينا أنا أنهار.
The clown wore big shoes and a big nose. They were both red.
Okay, the clown wore big shoes and a big nose. Okay, they were both red. ليش were? ليش they? Sorry. Exactly, because we have and. صح? We have a connector that is an addition. So we have to add them. صاروا plural. So the pronoun they replaces the noun shoes and nose. Okay? A pronoun can also replace another pronoun. مش بس اسم، كمان ضمير ثاني يجي محل ضمير ثاني. Example يا أنهار. Go on. صبايا be faster لما تفتحوا المايك. أنهار.
نعم.
اقرأي المثل.
الحمد لله، كيفك؟
أنهار اقرأي المثل الأخير. Go on.
A pronoun can also replace another.
المثل يا أنهار صحصحوا. المثل the example
One of the DVD players is discounted. It is missing a cable.
One of the DVD player is disconnected. It is missing a cable. The pronoun it replaces the pronoun one. صحيح حكينا DVD players ولكن الpronoun هو one. It's singular. Okay? All right, good. Heck, we have covered the mistakes and the agreements that needs to be made between a subject and a verb and a subject and its pronoun. Okay? We will talk about something called antecedent. And what does an antecedent mean? It means a word to which the pronoun refers to. لمين عائد هذا الضمير. اوكي؟
يعني انه لمين عائد؟
يعني الكلمة هاي عائد على أي ضمير. اوكي؟ To use pronouns correctly, you must make sure they agree in number with their antecedents. يعني هذا الضمير اللي عم تستخدميه اللي بيعود على كلمة معينة لازم يتوافق معه بالعدد وبالشكل. شو يعني بالشكل؟ يعني if it's a woman, if it's a boy مثلا, if it's singular, if it's plural. هذا عندنا women, man أو masculine and feminine عندنا أكثر بالعربي. أوكي؟ لأنه إحنا بنفرق من العربي. بنقول هو هي بينما أو بنقول هما وهن. أوكي؟ أو هم وهن هما للذكر والأنثى صح؟ هما ذاهبتان. لا هن ذاهبتان بس هما وهن. أوكي؟ إحنا بنفرق في اللغة العربية بهاي الماسكلين والفيمينين. بينما في الإنجليزي you it could be a girl it could be a boy. أوكي؟ so ما بيفرقوا فيها كتير. A singular antecedent requires a singular pronoun. مفرد بده مفرد. Okay? And a plural one needs a plural pronoun. When a noun is the antecedent, لما الفاعل أو الاسم هو الكلمة اللي بيعود عليها. Okay? It is usually pretty clear whether it is singular or plural. It gets more confusing when a pronoun is the antecedent. Yeah? يعني إذا الاسم هو كلمة معروف مبينة إنه هي الفاعل، معروف إذا هي singular or plural, the boy, the girl, the family كذا، معروف كيف بدنا نمشي فيها. ولكن إذا الانتسيدنت هو pronoun it, one, they, we كذا، هون بتصير الصعوبة نعرف هل هو singular، هل هو plural، هل في زي هدول اللي pronouns، the relative pronouns اللي شفناهم themselves, myself, one, both كذا everyone, everybody. هون بيصير صعب نعرف نعمل الماتشنج الاجريمنت. اوكي. For singular pronouns like each, anybody, everyone, one, either, anyone, no one, somebody, neither, everybody, nobody, and someone, هدول كلهم singular pronouns. اوكي. ضمائر. The pronoun for any of these antecedents must be singular. أي ضمير بيجي لهدول it's singular. Go on ملكنا. Each of the women لمين عائد الضمير؟ على each of the woman. Okay, each. So each here is always singular لأنه عندنا women. Each of the boys try to do or try to swim his fastest. Okay? طيب go on Medina.
Nobody
deserves. Nobody مش معروف. We don't know. Are they girls? Are they boys? Are they mixed? Okay? So nobody تعامل معاملة السنجلر masculine. اللي هو المذكر المفرد. Alright? So his favorite. إذا عارفين مع مين عم نحكي، إذا في مجموعة بنات قاعدين زيكم مثلا وبقول لكم nobody brought her favorite dessert. Okay? ولكن if I don't know who I am speaking to بستخدم المفرد المذكر في هذه الحالة زي اللغة العربية.
يعني
لما يكون مشغولين بنحطوا مذكر. كيف اللغة العربية؟ بنحط المذكر مذكر، مؤنث مؤنث، وإذا جمع، إذا مجموعة من الناس سواء كان مذكر أو مؤنث بنحط المذكر. Okay? It's like in Arabic. Plural noun. مين plural noun? Several, few, both, and many. These are plural nouns. Okay? If two or more singular nouns or pronouns are joined by and, use plural pronouns. معروف دائما. أي شيء فيه and بيجمعه بيكون جمع. Okay? لأنه كمية. هذا واحد. Okay? So example يا بيان.
If he and she were on time, they wouldn't have missed the bus.
If he and she شو ضميرها؟ they. اوكي شو الضمير العائد عليهم؟ they. لأنه and. Okay. If two or more singular nouns or pronouns are joined by or, use a singular pronoun. يا هذا يا. نحكي على شخص واحد أو شيء واحد. Go on يا ملاك يعقوب.
Walter Jam will provide his expertise.
Walt or Jim. Yeah, Walt. Yeah, Jim. Will provide his expertise. If a singular and plural noun or pronoun are joined by or nor, the pronoun agrees with its closest antecedent. الضمير يتوافق مع أقرب شيء له. اوكي يعني اللي بيجي قبله مباشره. فور اكزامبل يلا هون ولاء اللي عندي إذا models انتبهوا هون عندنا photographer singular ومودلز plural. شو استخدمنا يا ولاد؟ like استخدمنا الجمع بدون ألف. اللي بعدها مين السبجكت الأول؟ models جمع. مين السبجكت الثاني؟ نور the photographer singular مفرد. اوكي شو بيجي الفعل؟ likes الفعل بيجي مفرد مع الضمير الثالث. اوكي بياخذ اس. هاي الامور انتبهوا عليها. اذا بيجيكم مثلا اي كتابه معينه بدكم تعملوا لها editing، هاي المعلومات اللي هي basic. These are basic grammatical rules and regulations. هاي أخذتوها في المدارس. Okay? So you have to remember them when you do the editing. شو مش قلت لكم هذا اللي بيفرق العين المتدربة من الشخص المبتدئ. Okay? هاي الأشياء البسيطة. في عندنا what we call cases of pronouns. في عندنا nominative case pronoun, objective case pronoun وpossessive case pronoun. nominative اللي هن البروناون اللي بنعرفهم اللي شو اسمه الفاعل. اوكي البروناونز اللي هن بيجوا محل الفاعل زي he, she, it, they هدول. اوكي so when a pronoun is the subject هو الفاعل of the verb in the sentence, the pronoun must be in the nominative case اللي هي جملة الفاعل. اوكي بالعربي he is a good worker. This is a nominative sentence. الفاعل he الفعل is والobject a good worker. اوكي اللي هي جملة اسمية. الobject هي جملة اسمية بتتكون من adjective صفة وموصوف. اوكي objective case pronoun هذا لما يكون pronoun مفعول به. اوكي so these are used as objects in the sentence. يعني بيكون في عندنا فاعل وفعل وعندنا الobject. اوكي they usually follow an action verb or act as the object of the preposition. Example يا ولاء online.
The crossing guard gave him a wave.
The crossing guard gave him a wave. وين الفاعل؟
The
The crossing guard هذا الفاعل يتكون من صفة وموصوف. وين الفعل؟
gave
ووين المفعول به؟
him
him a wave. هاي شبه جملة مكونة من ضمير واسم. اوكي so البروناون هون هو مفعول به. him is an object. اوكي كملي يا ولاء.
We went to the park with Jordan and her.
We went to the park with Jordan and her. هون شو بيجي؟ بيجي object of the preposition. وين الفاعل؟ إيه؟ اوكي وين الفاعل؟ ما هي اسميها هيك. وين الفاعل؟ we. وين الفاعل؟ went. وين الobject؟ اوكي to the park with Jordan and her. هاي كلها شو اسمها؟ prepositional phrase. جملة ظرفية. ظرف مكان. وين المكان؟ to the park with Jordan and her. her هون هي المفعول به تبع الجملة الظرفية.
يعني هذا شو؟
her هي. اوكي.
بس شوف صحيح. يمكن أن هي إيش؟ هي mother is.
her وهي.
هي بسموها
هي راحت على البارك مع جون وهي رحنا
مع مين الأول؟ شو رحنا مع شو نعرفها؟
مع جوردن وهي and her. ذهبنا معهما بالعربي. ذهبنا مع جوردن ومعها. غيري her لميري. غيريها لميري. اقرأ اللي شغلي مع ميري. And Mary. We went to the park with Jordan and her. Her مع ميري ومعها.
يعني ليه قلنا حاجة ثانية؟
في 3 أشخاص. في 3. We في جوردن وفي هي. her. 3 موجودين في السيتنج. It is a complex sentence. Then it is written in English this way. Okay? We نحن هي أول ضمير. جوردن he هي ثاني ضمير. وher هي هي ثالث ضمير. Okay? In the case of the possessive pronoun الملكية, okay, these pronouns show possession. ملكية. Okay? The shoes are his. شو يعني the shoes are his؟
إلو.
شو اسمه البوت إله. اوكي؟ له هو الضمير الملكي. اوكي؟ في عندنا مشاكل. اللي انت وقفتي عندها وصرتي تسالي اسئله وكذا. There are problems associated with cases of pronouns سواء كانوا بالnominative او في الobjective او في الpossessive. Okay? So when pronouns are used with a noun or another pronoun, it could be confusing. زي كيف صار معاكي كان عندنا ضمير وعندنا اسم وعندنا كمان ضمير، صح؟ So example يا ميمونة.
That's right. Of my name and I do the school.
اوكي. كثير من الكتاب الكبار اوكي بيوقعوا في غلطة do I write me. Okay? So the taxi driver drove my neighbor and I to the store. Is it correct? No. It should be drove my neighbor and me to the store. كيف بنعرف؟ في تريك. في شيء بسيط بتسووه. احذفوا my neighbor and. اقرأيها مجنونة.
The taxi driver
drove I to the store. هل بنقول the taxi driver drove I to the store? drove me to the store. عشان هيك هذا هو التريك انه شيلوا اي شيء زياده شوفوا هل ينطبق عليك الجمله ولا لا. اوكي؟ Does it make sense? Does it make sense to say the taxi driver drove I to the store or drove me to the store? If it's me, then this is wrong. VI. Okay? Ambiguous pronoun reference. يعني ambiguous مش معروف. ايش؟
غامض.
غامض. Yes, ملاك. مش معروف. غامض. Okay? So sometimes a sentence is written with more than one antecedent. شو حكينا الانتسيدنت؟ اللي هو الاسم اللي بيعود عليه الضمير. Okay? Making it ambiguous. طب لمين عائد الضمير؟ عائد على الاسم الأول ولا الاسم الثاني؟ Okay? Meaning that it can have 2 or more possible meaning. Go ahead يا نرسيان. Read the example.
Layla screamed at Mary and she seemed scared. Which one is scared?
Wait a minute. Layla screamed at Mary and she seemed scared. مين الشي؟ هذا بنحكي ليلى اللي صيحت على ميري هي اللي سكيرد هي اللي ولا ميري اللي سكيرد؟ You don't know because this sentence is confusing. Okay? She باستخدام الضمير زي ما قلنا هيك شي لحالها ما بيعطيني شيء specific. يا إما ليلى يا إما ميري. So I need to make it more specific. Okay? I need to say Layla screamed at Mary and Mary seemed scared. هون بنشيل الضمير اللي بيعملنا الكونفيوجن ونحط الاسم الصحيح يلي هو عائد عليه. اوكي؟ improper reflective pronoun. شو reflective pronoun? Myself, themselves, themselves. اوكي؟ هدول reflective pronouns. This is one that includes the word self or selves. يا مفرد يا جمع. Like myself, yourself, himself, herself, ourselves, themselves. Okay? Nominative case pronouns are never used to make reflexive pronouns. ما عمرنا بنستخدمهم الضمائر اللي هي he, she, it, I, you, we. ما عمرنا بنستخدمهم زي ما هن تنعمل reflexive pronoun. يعني ما بنقول يا نرسيان. Read the example.
They took the ball themselves.
ما بنقول their selves. اوكي؟ شو بنقول؟
They took the ball themselves.
themselves. Okay? When a personal pronoun works in a sentence, do not use a reflexive pronoun. لما الضمير نفسه النوميناتيف الضمير اللي هو الفاعل يعمل في الجملة بشكل صحيح ما تستخدموا أي نوع من الريفلكسيف pronoun. اوكي؟ زي ايش يا بيان؟
The plans to tear down the barn were known only by ourselves.
Okay, is this correct? No. لأنه بنقول كملة.
The plans to tear down the barn were known only by us.
us. فينا نستخدم الضمير اللي هو هذا الضمير المفعول به، اوكي؟ بدل الريفلكسيف pronoun اللي هو ourselves لأنه أصح. اوكي؟ ourselves غلط. اوكي؟ لأنه ضمير اللي لما تحلل الجملة تحلل على أساس إنه us هو المفعول به. So you don't need to use a reflexive pronoun, you use a مفعول به, an object. Okay? Modifiers. قبل شوي شرحت لكم شو يعني a modifier. What is a modifier? أشوف قديش أنتم مصحصحين. هي اللي عم تحكي صح. A word that describes إيش؟ It's a word that describes either or adds information to either a noun or a verb. Okay? طيب في عنا أكثر من نوع modifier. شو هن؟ في عنا المodifier as an adjective. Okay, صفة. These modify a noun pronoun in a sentence. هاي باللغة الإنجليزية. هاي قاعدة الادجكتيف بيعطي إضافات ومعلومات فقط للاسم والضمير. ما بيعطي أي معلومة لأي شيء ثاني غير الاسم والضمير. Okay? So they answer one of three questions about another word in a sentence. Which one? What kind or how many? Okay. بما إذا جاوب على هدول الثلاث أسئلة بيكون adjective. Okay. So example, go ahead يا ولا أنت ما حكيتي هون اللي عندي. يلا. I remember the first time I drove a car Which time was it? Okay. So the first time. اللي بعدها ولا كمل.
It was a green.
What kind of car was it? A green car. Okay.
Kind of color.
What kind or what color? It's the same. Okay. Go on.
I accidentally
Bumped.
parallel
Parallel part. يعني parallel part لما صفيت ضربت بثلاث سيارات. ولا شو الصفة هاي؟ Okay. So how many cars did I bump? 3. So بما انه كل وحده من هدول جاوبت على وحده من الاسئله المتعارفه للادجكتيف بيكون هذا الكلمه adjective. Okay? It's an adjective that modifies a noun. النوع الثاني اللي هو الادفيرب ظرف. Okay? الظرف كمان بيعطينا معلومات إضافية، ولكن لمين بيعطي هاي المعلومات؟ إذا قلنا إنه الادجكتيف صفة بتعطي معلومات للاسم والضمير، بصفي الادفيرب بيعطي لمين المعلومات هاي؟ بيعطيها إما للفعل to a verb to an adjective الصفة أو to another adverb. Okay? ما عمره بيعطي معلومات إضافية لاسم أو ضمير، لأنه هاي شغلة الصفة. فاهمي علي من هنا؟ أوكي؟ So example, go ahead Malvina. So the first one, the man quickly. Okay? الفاعل the man. الفعل ate شو الصفة؟ quickly, right? الصفة سوري اللي هي الادفيرب اللي هو الظرف. ليش quickly? Quickly modifies the verb ate. How did he eat quickly? لمين عائد الادفيرب؟ على الفعل. اوكي؟ طريقة الأكل كيف كانت؟ quickly. طيب اللي بعدها كمان مدينة. He made an extremely annoying sound. Extremely modifies the adjective annoying. Okay? يعني extremely عائدة على annoying اللي هي الصفة. فبالتالي هذا ظرف. آخر وحدة patterns. Sisters. Okay, so quiet modifies the adverb understanding. فهو ايش؟ ظرف. هدول الثلاث طرق اللي بنستخدم نعرف بيها انه الكلمه هاي هي ظرف او صفه. اوكي؟ الصفه دائما تعطينا معلومات للاسم او الضمير، اما الظرف فيعطينا معلومات اما لفعل اما لصفه او لظرف اخر. alright؟ ليش ضايل عندنا وقت؟ ربع ساعة نخلص. Okay, so adverbs answer one of the 4 questions about another word in a sentence. Where, when, and how. هذولاك الأسئلة شو كانت؟ What kind, which color, كذا كذا. Okay? هون بنستخدم where, when, and how. إذا أجابت الكلمة عن هدول الأسئلة فهي كيف؟ فهي ظرف. example يا ملاك يعقوب go on.
I put my carry-on bag below the seat.
Where? Below
Where?
the
Below the
seat.
seat.
This is an adverb. ظرف. كمل.
I will need my book later. The
When?
question is when.
Later. That's an adverb. ظرف زمان. هديك شو كانت؟ ظرف مكان. اللي تحتها ظرف زمان. كمل.
The plane backed slowly to the runway.
How? Slowly. ظرف. اللي بعدها حالة، ظرف حالة.
I could
Okay.
I could hardly wait until takeoff.
To what extent? Hardly. How was I feeling? This is an adverb. Okay. طيب. Linking verb. شو هن linking verbs؟ أفعال اللي بتربط كلمات ثانية في الجملة. Okay. So the linking verb is almost always followed by an adjective rather than adverb. Almost always. يعني في أماكن بتكون فيها adverb. Okay? The linking verb to be is easy to use. However, the following linking verbs are more confusing. They show look, stay, sound, mean, appear, grow, feel, become, smell, see, taste, and act. Okay? Example, go on, Bayan.
The police officer appeared angry.
Angry is an adjective describing the police officer, the noun, so it's an adjective. Okay? اللي بعدها
The police officer appeared suddenly.
suddenly is an adverb. ليه؟ لأنه بيعطي معلومات عن الطريقة، شو الطريقة اللي ظهر فيها suddenly. So it's an adverb. Okay? في عندنا some confusing adjective and adverbs like fewer and less are used both as an adjective. دائما لما تشوفوا كلمة fewer or less بتكون adjective، بتكون صفة. Go on, Martina. Pain aches. Fewer on adjective صفة. Okay? اللي بعدها
There must be less one than this week.
less one صفة ما بنناقشها. اوكي fewer و less دائما تستخدم كصفة. ولا اللي عندي this and that are used as adjectives modifier singular nouns بينما these and those are adjectives modifying a plural noun. Okay, go on, Wala. This newspaper is my favorite. كمل. Those dogs جمع keep مش keeps. Okay. Good and bad are adjectives. Well and badly are adverbs. Okay. And hard. Go on.
نعم.
اقرأي الأمثلة.
إيش أقرأ؟
صحصحي يا أنهار. آخر أمثلة.
من عند الجود.
ليلى.
وين ليلى felt good after her message.
Layla felt good after her massage. Good is an adjective, صفة. Okay, اللي بعدها.
The tree house was badly built.
Badly on is صفة. Okay, good job. Real is usually used as an adverb. Really is an adverbial form. الاثنين okay? So example, is this for real? That's an adverb. Or I had a really bad accident. That's a proper adverbial form. بعرف شو مقابلها باللغة العربية ولكن هي جملة وصفية أظن هيك بنقولها. وصفية بس هي ظرفية جملة ظرفية. Okay? Slow is an adjective. Slowly is an adverb. هدول احفظوهم. ما حتقدروا تشتغلوا good editors if you don't know them by heart. Okay? خلاص اعرفوا لما يجيني كلمة slow عطول بعرف انه adjective. لما يجيني كلمة slowly عطول لازم اعرف انه adverb. Okay? So I drive slowly. He was slow. Okay? هدول على الصريح امشي عليهم لانكم بتعرفوهم، الكومباراتيف والسوبرلاتيف، المقارنه والمفاضله. المقارنه نستخدم الادجكتيف والادفيرب، الصفه والظرف. اوكي. There are 3 degrees of comparison: positive, comparative, superlative. The comparative form is used when comparing 2 items only. نقارن شغلتين مع بعض فقط أو شخصين مع بعض. يا إما بنستخدم I، يا إما بنستخدم ER، يا إما بنستخدم more، يا إما بنستخدم less. أوكي؟ tall, taller. Strong, stronger. أوكي؟ يا إما more attentive, less attentive. هدول لما نقارن شغلتين ببعض. I am taller than my sister. السوبرلاتيف on the other hand بتقارن شغلة وحدة بمجموعة كبيرة بالكل. اوكي؟ سو بنستخدم EST أو ST وبنستخدم most أو least. I am the tallest. Okay? I am more intelligent than the rest of the world, for example. Okay? I am the most intelligent. Yes. There are some irregular words. هذا في اللغة الإنجليزية وين ما بتروحوا في شواذ. Okay? So مثلا good السوبرلاتيف تبعها الكومباراتيف سوري better، السوبرلاتيف best. bad الكومباراتيف تبعها worse، السوبرلاتيف تبعها worst. اوكي؟ بكتابكم في كلمات ثانية اللي هي الirregulars فيكم ترجعوا لهم. Avoid double comparison. شو يعني double comparison؟ المقارنة المزدوجة. اوكي؟ ما بتقولوا I am more taller. I am taller. اوكي؟ ما بنحط double comparison. more واللي are تبع التول هدول double comparison. هاي خطأ كثير بيوقعوا فيه الناس لما يحكوا. I am more greater than the others. يعني يا إما I'm more intelligent يا إما I'm greater. أوكي؟ بس مش more greater مثلاً. A misplaced modifier can confuse the reader. محل بتحطوا فيه كلمة تعطينا معلومات إضافية ممكن تحطوها في مكان غلط تصير الجملة مش مفهومة. أوكي زي Evelyn only ate the fried rice. هل هذا بيعني إنه Evelyn ما أكلت ولا شيء ثاني غير الفرايد رايس؟ ولا أكثر شيء أكلته الفرايد رايس؟
لا only fried rice. بس
How do you know? It is confusing. استخدام كلمة only بعد السبجكت تعني إنه ما أكلت ولا شيء على الطاولة غير الفرايد رايس. أوكي؟ الثانية Evelyn ate only the fried rice بتعني إنه أكلت كمية كبيرة من الفرايد رايس ولكن مش بس. أوكي؟ So placing the modifier in its good place or its proper place is good. مثلا misplaced phrase modifier هذه كلمة حطيناها في مكانها الغلط. هون ممكن نحط جملة في مكان غلط. اوكي؟ جملة اللي هي modifier، جملة بتعطينا معلومات إضافية. A child stood next to the car who was screaming loudly. مين اللي كان عم بيصيح؟ السيارة ولا الولد؟ الجملة هاي it's confusing. تركيب الجملة الخاطئ. Okay? It should be a child who was screaming loudly stood next to the car. Okay? Dangling modifier. شو يعني dangling؟ حدا بيعرف شو يعني dangling؟ قاعد منزل اجريه وشو بيسوي فيهم؟ مرجحين. هدول اسمهم الكلمات المرشحه. اوكي؟ اللي ما بنعرف وين نحطها، نحطها يمين، نحطها يسار، نحطها اول الجمله، نحطها اخر الجمله، نحطها بالنص. هدول اسمهم dangling modifiers. اللي شو بنحط فيها؟ commas. اوكي؟ مثلا studying for the test, comma, many facts can be learned. وهاي جملة خاطئة. لا بنحط comma فيها. اوكي؟ شو بنظبطها؟ Studying for the test, comma, I can learn many facts. أول جملة اللي فيها comma, studying for the test makes us learn many facts. اوكي؟ هيك الجملة الصحيحة. هاي الجملة خاطئة بحط فيها الكوما في هاي النقطة. هدول they don't make sense. Studying for the test جملة many facts can be learned جملتين ما منطقيا في بعض. فوضع الكوما في هذا الموقع is wrong. So we need to make some adjustments in order to make it right. Okay? All right, you guys. We still have 5 minutes. Let's do this exercise. Choose the appropriate tense. All right? هذا من تبع امبارح واليوم. So, she studied English every day. شو بتتوقع التنس يكون هون أو كيف بدنا نشكل الفعل؟ شو هي؟ She is studying. أو if it's a fact,
Studies.
studies. Exactly. She studies English every day. ولكن إجابتي صحيحة كمان. Okay? She is studying English every day, or if it's a fact, she studies English every day. ثانية, she worked on the assignment for 5 hours before submitting it. Yes. شو بتتوقعوا اللي معي online؟
I think
ايش ولا ولا؟
she has been working on the assignment.
She has been working. Yes, or she has been working. اوكي لأنه عم نحكي شيء بالماضي صار. ولكن she has been working, it's not false. اوكي؟ بس هذا كله ببين في سياق النص. يعني هلا مش في two sides، مش في two answers. من سياق النص بيتحدد الانسر فيها. اوكي؟ We visit the Grand Canyon next summer.
will visit.
Well,
Going-
or we are going to.
Going-
تذكروا شو حكيت لكم عن الفرق بين will و are going to. واحد planned، واحد on the spot. اوكي؟ So والاثنين صحيح. يعني لو كتبت will visit أو going to visit تنتين صحيحات، ولكن للعين أو للأذن المتمرسة في اللغة الإنجليزية will going to، لأنه مخطط next summer. أنا مخططة إنه الصيفية الجاي بدي أروح على الجراند كانيون. أوكي؟ طيب we visit the museum before. We have
Was visited.
ماضي.
Have visited.
We إما visited or we have visited. أو yeah, we have visited. Okay? طيب, they always eat dinner at 7 p.m. Why? يعني always وإيش يا ولا؟
بضلها eat لأنه عندي always.
always لأنها it's a routine sentence. إيش بنسويه دائما. So it's a present simple. Okay. choose the correct form بين الجيرند والinfinitive. Okay, بين ing والto. She enjoyed swimming ولا to swim in the pool?
Swimming.
Swimming.
Swimming? What do you think? Swimming? Swimming. They decided going ولا to go to the movies tonight?
To go.
To go.
To go.
To go. Yes. He started playing ولا to play the piano at a young age?
Playing.
Playing. Yes. I would
Playing.
like learning ولا to learn a new language?
Learn.
To
learn.
learn. She hopes getting ولا to get a promotion soon?
To get.
To
Getting.
get. Yes. That one. Use the correct modal form. Modal verb. Would, could, should, must, might, have to. Okay? You complete your homework before watching TV. You should. You have to. شو كمان?
Or
Must.
to. Or
Yes.
to.
You can choose any one of these. Okay? I think it rain later. So bring an umbrella.
Might.
Might. ليش؟ عم بتوقع صح؟ Might. She be at the airport by 2 p.m. for her flight.
Should.
Should. Yes. شو كمان؟
Must.
She must be إذا كان إلحاح. Has to. Okay. في أكثر من جواب ولكن كله يعتمد على سياق النص نفسه. اوكي هدول لانهم جمل نقدر ننقي اكثر من جواب. He speaks 3 languages when he was young.
Could.
Good. استطاع كان بمقداره ان يتكلم. Good. He could. Yes. They arrive at the party around 8 p.m.
Should.
ممكن إذا كان إلحاح they have to أو they must أو should. في كمان وحدة they ought to أو should. Okay? So there is one more exercise that you can do at home and it's to change the active to passive. Okay? You can do that at home. هدول تبعوا امبارح. Yes. اللي ما عملنا عليهم تمارين كتيرة. All right, you guys, this is it for today. Thank you for being here and I'll see you inshallah next week.